All right, so today's daddy's birthday. He would have been 73. He would have been 73 today. And my biggest heartache is that he's not here for me to. This smile you see of him is just him grinning, but daddy would do a wide smile to the point you can see the gap in his teeth. Like I'm realizing more and more how much my brother looks like him. The tone of his voice, that's my brother. If you meet him, Brian. Um, then if you hear Joshua, how deep Joshua's voice is, reminds me of daddy. My mom almost brought me to tears in her birthday party because she says Joshua's humor reminds her of daddy. And Joshua always had humor that reminded me of my brother. For some reason, I never related to daddy, but we've always been a house of laughs and laughter and whatnot. And daddy loved music. Like, if you look at his record collection, y'all, I'm learning about artists I didn't know exist. If you know a way I can restore records without paying a whole bunch of money, let me know. I'm reading some stuff on the internet that I'm thinking about trying. But if you know those things don't work, let me know in the comments, please. But I'm going through his records now again, and it's over 50 records, and a lot of them are scratched up to the point. Some of them play, some of them skips the whole song. But his collection is extensive, so I'm not going to throw them away. Even if the records are scratched up and I cannot repair them, I'm keeping them, and they're going to sit in the corner somewhere. Now, what I am going to give away is my Wilson's leather jacket, because somebody can benefit from this jacket. This jacket I asked for when I was in college. Some of you heard the story before. This isn't a poem that I wrote. This is in the Queen's Heart, and it was basically like just seeking to be daddy's girl. And I just remember, and matter of fact, I don't think I wrote that in the poem. I added it when I performed it. And daddy, this is actually also, the story was included in oh gosh, author's craft lesson I would do with my students. Symbolism. So I use the story as an act of symbolism, and pretty much how that jacket is a jacket to y'all, but to me, this is a representation of my dad's love. And I'm finally to the point I'm willing to part with the jacket because somebody can benefit from wearing this jacket. It hanging in my closet is not going to do me any good. I have the memory of the moment, which I'm sharing with you right now. So I was in college, and I remember seeing Melita, my homegirl, and I said I love that jacket, and she told me where she got it from. But I remember hers was purple, but it was leather, and on the inside it had fur. So I told daddy, and then we were going to get it from Columbia Mall, but Columbia Mall admitted they didn't have any jackets, and the nearest jacket they had, the closest jacket they had, was in Myrtle Beach. So daddy and mommy, when we would go growing up, our holidays were spent in Edisto in Hollywood. My daddy's from Hollywood, South Carolina. My mom's from Edisto, South Carolina. So we would travel down there, take two cars, especially for Christmas, because between all the Christmas gifts my mom would buy for everybody, and then our clothes for staying there longer than expected, as a result, we would drive down in two cars. So one year, daddy was like, well, we're going to let your mom and your brother drive back, but we're going to go ahead and drive my car, and we're going to go to the Wilson's outlet in Myrtle Beach and go get this jacket because we found out it was there. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. And daddy, it wasn't just about spending money. He spent time. Like, one thing I mentioned in the poem, he took me. Daddy was not the most patient teacher at all, but daddy would at least try to help you. Like, when it came to playing tennis, when it came to, I remember he took me to do a 100-meter start. That was included in the poem. He wanted me to get better. He would videotape us, me and my brother playing sports. Oh my gosh. I can keep going on and on and on. Deep in my heart, I want to believe that somehow he's seeing all the awesome things that's going on. I really do believe that he's able to witness I'm finally getting it. I got it, but I didn't get it. I was extremely blessed where I could say that daddy was my best friend, because when I moved back here from Charlotte back to Columbia, I moved back home with my parents. Me and daddy got extremely close. It's weird. And it's very ironic. Yeah, that happened with my father. That happened with my grandma Ola. That happened with my grandma Mary, where there was an appreciation before they passed, even though it was very unexpected. Grandma Mary, I admit we saw that coming. She was 91. And when she got the cancer diagnosis, I felt like she was telling us then, I'm tired. Um, Grandmama Ola, it was unexpected, but there was an appreciation. I remember calling her when I came home from college and letting her know I was coming home to Edisto. Well, not that's home, her home. And I remember she made me this personal pan of macaroni. Same thing with daddy. We would talk about things that I probably would not. I could talk to my mom now about things, but back then I could talk to daddy about things. I remember when I went through my first breakup. And I mean, when I faked my first major, like, I really thought I was gonna marry this boy, move schools to be with this boy, break up, and daddy talk me through it. And he was he sometimes he could be very talkative, and sometimes he knew when to just sit there and listen. I think that was my most appreciative thing about him. And when I say I miss his laugh, I miss his love for music, I miss I'll admit he did not have fashion sense. I love my daddy, but my daddy, if it wasn't for mommy, I remember one day, me and Michelle, my sister, and my brother and my mom, my dad, we were about to go out, and daddy had on this jean um button down with some jogging pants and dress shoes, and thought nothing was wrong with his outfit. And we said, and if it wasn't for me and my sister, my mom said if it would have just been her, he would have went out in an outfit. We said, daddy, go change, you look hideous, like, this is, no, don't do this. So I'll admit, for those of you who are grieving, whether this is fresh for you, whether this has been an ongoing process, this is not something you get over. This is a hole in your heart that only God can repair, and he helps you get through it. Nothing can replace it, but you can heal. You can heal. I definitely believe I can. The fact that I'm talking to y'all without crying says something. That I admit earlier today when I was talking about another guy who was sort of a father figure to me that suddenly passed away after my dad passed. I was talking about him and I got choked up, and I think because I was also thinking about my father and thinking about him in the same note, and it got me emotional, and I, kind of held back the tears. But I couldn't go this day without me saying something about this man. So, love you, Daddy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.